because the whole like narrative was that I was a creep or whatever. Everybody was like begging for like, we want to see like the Tipster dick pic come out, and it's like I didn't send any dick pics to anybody, so you're not gonna see my dick or whatever.
I think we would have seen it by now.
Exactly, exactly.
Have you spoken to Keffals recently?
I've always wondered what it's like to smash a designer pussy.
So, what brings you back?
Are you talking about like for this call or like just in general?
In general.
Oh, okay. I guess in terms of like content wise, I don't know. I kind of just wanted to diversify the kind of content that I do, and I was like, well, maybe I can do this like covering like trending topics like drama thing or whatever, but do it in more of like a progressive way, because you don't see very many like people who do commentary content but through like a progressive lens.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here.
Okay.
In terms of like I guess you could say engaging with like the rest of the community again. I've just made peace with some people that I felt I needed to, and so I wouldn't go as far as to say we're friends or anything like that, but we're at least on good terms.
Well, that's good.
Anywho, one of the main reasons I wanted to call in is because, you know, Dojangles got brought up, and you mentioned like you think she was subtweeting you or something. What was that about?
It's just a guess of mine. I basically like sent her just a casual message, and then minutes later she tweeted, "Don't message me that shit." I was like,
oh,
okay.
Well,
because
I mean, I'd say in that situation, it's probably fair to say that it might have, it's probably a subtweet. What did you send her, if you don't mind me asking?
It was just about Mutahar. Because I thought her and cool. Okay. So I usually don't do that. If I have DMs with someone that knows someone else that has a lot of subs, I won't do that. But I thought her and I were cool, and I was like, "Oh, hey, can you like tell him to fix this? Like something was broken in a video." Like,
oh, okay.
And I never reach out to people either, so it was just like, "Oh, yep, just confirm. Don't fucking do that." But the way she wrote it was like a lot of people had done it. So, like, it might have been, like, the last straw, where it was, like, just fucking stop. So I didn't take it too personally.
Maybe. Yeah, I was wondering if it was, like, what she, like, claimed about me. Because I don't know if you remember.
Oh, I remember.
People don't forget.
Her and Muda were the ones that started the whole Tipster's a creep shit. And, like, their arguments, because I ended up, like, debating her on Augie's stream about it. And just made her look like a clown, because the reasons that she gave for me like being a creep or whatever were just like the dumbest shit ever. Yeah, we had this debate, and like her excuses were that I follow and unfollow people sometimes, which that was a common thing I would do back in the day. I would get into an argument with somebody on Twitter, and then I would feel bad about it. Yeah, that's the one. I'd get into an argument with someone on Twitter, and then I would feel bad about it. So then I would refollow them. And that somehow like made me a creep in her eyes. Then she said that I had sent someone a friend request on Facebook, which apparently that makes me a creep. I don't get that logic, but okay. And then the other thing she said was that I had like DM'd her several times, which isn't true. I've never had any DMs with her to this day. So I don't know where she gets that from. And then she also claimed I was in a Discord server that a bunch of big YouTubers were in, and I was trying to like insert myself into conversations and stuff to like get clout or whatever, and like they were calls that she was in, and it's like that's never happened either. I've literally never been in a call with you ever, so like you're just blatantly lying. So yeah, that was really fucking weird.
With Facebook, I remember there was a time when people would do that. I remember like people I met from YouTube in the early 2010s. We would add each other on Facebook, but I can't remember, but that just like stopped at some point. But then I've still got those people on Facebook to this day. Anything I put on there, I'm like, oh, that could end up in Discord or something. Because there was a guy, and it's really funny, he would take pictures that I put on Facebook and he'd run it through a filter to make me look fat, like fatter, even fatter than I am.
That's funny.
And I had to take him aside. I was like, dude, I don't mind if you do that with pictures of me. And I know you won't do this, but I'm just telling you, like, please do not do that to any, like, if it's a group shot, please don't put that in Discord.
Gotcha. But yeah, in that particular situation, I don't know if you remember who Paige the Panda is. Do you remember them?
Rings a bell.
That's the person who was a victim of Lion Maker. Remember now?
Oh yeah, I remember line.
Yeah. So what happened was there was a situation where like some smaller YouTuber was made a video that kind of went viral, and it was like full of misinformation about like the Lion Maker and Paige the Panda stuff. So I don't remember if I reached out to her first or if she reached out to me, but basically I was debunking this video, and one of us reached out to the other person, and we had a conversation about it where she was able to provide me some like information to like debunk the claims that are being made in the video. So it was like a research thing, right? We were having a conversation.
Yeah.
And this was around the time that I kept getting banned on Twitter. So sure enough, mid conversation, I get banned. And I'm like, fuck, you know? So like, I'm trying to find a way to like get back in touch with them as I'm banned. They don't have an Instagram. They don't have, these other methods to like contact them. But they have Facebook. So I sent them a friend request on Facebook, and I didn't really think anything of it. It's just like, hey, I got banned, so I'm trying to reestablish conversation. And Doe tried to make it into this thing about me being like a creep and like creeping on their like Facebook or something. It's like, no, like I literally was just talking to them for research for a video, and I lost contact because I got banned on Twitter. So I sent them a friend request.
Okay.
And my thing is like, if they were bothered by that, fair enough. They never told me anything about it. But having said that, like simply saying, oh, you sent someone a friend request on Facebook, that alone doesn't make you a creep. At least I don't think so.
So what did we learn?
About
doing that.
I mean, we learned that we learned that Dojangles is a lying. You know what? That's what I learned from it.
Okay.
Because like, yeah, in that particular instance, what she was saying was true. It wasn't true that it was done in some like creepy way, but yeah, I did send them a Facebook friend request. But like, there were so many other things she said that were just blatant lies, like me, DMing her constantly or trying to get her attention and trying to like, weasel my way into conversations with big YouTubers for clout in a creepy, weird way. Like, no, none of those things happened. But I don't know. She just like for the longest time had like this bizarre hate boner for me that for the longest time I never really understood it. Eventually I kind of like reflected on it and I was like, oh, she's friends with like these YouTubers that I shit on. So that's why she's mad. That sort of thing.
Twitter, not Twitter,
Yeah.
well, Twitter as well, but YouTube and the whole lot of it. It really is like high school. Like people get into these like friend groups.
Mm-hmm.
And I found myself being the same way I was in high school. It was like, yeah, I'm like friends with groups, but like I'll float and just be like, nah, just pop in and say whatever and kind of watch both sides just go at each other. But so what was your reaction when this Nick Andros video came out?
Considering that I have my own personal issues with Mutahar and his wife, I thought it was fucking hilarious because it just seems like so many of the people who jumped on my ass, when things were like really, basically the drama was like white hot. So many of them are like having their own like controversies and shit. The funnier one for me wasn't even the Nick Andros fake engineer thing. The funnier one for me was the Nuxtaku situation.
Yeah.
With the whole like them reacting to Lolly and shit like that. Because when the Lolly stuff happened with me, he jumped on that bandwagon like hardcore. And then to find out like, not only was he like defending someone who had Lolly, but he was like actually watching the Lolly with them. It's like, that's really fucking weird, dude. But so that one for me was like the bigger one, but the engineer thing's kind of funny too. For somebody like me who prior to our own issues, I watched like Mutahar for many years and I heard the I'm an engineer statement many, many times over the years. It was crazy to find out that like it was all bullshit.
Yeah, I'd heard it too. I didn't watch. I wasn't an avid watcher of his. I'd watch a few of his videos. The only ones that I would watch like passionately, like all the time, were his videos on the aliens. I fucking love that shit. I can listen to anybody talk about that for hours. Is there any inside scoops you can give us? Because after today, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to be covering.
Probably later today, I'm gonna do a stream talking about like the WillyMac stuff that's going on right now. I know that for some people that's kind of like touchy, because I know some people are like cool with Willy and stuff like that, so they're like a little bit like, I don't really want to touch that topic. But like for me, I don't really have a dog in this race, so like it's perfectly fine for me to just kind of jump in and give my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I was going to bring him up as an example because like sometimes there'll be a topic where I'm like, I can't think of anything really else to say about it except for one thing. So I'm like, I'm not going to touch that because it's just, my opinion is just kind of boring. Which is that, like, doxing's wrong. What the fuck? What's everyone screaming about? I don't, like, that's a drama or whatever that I don't get. I don't understand what the issue is.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like,
I pretty much have, like, criticisms all around for pretty much everybody who's involved. My biggest criticism for Willy, outside of the, if you're going to make claims about someone being a doxer, you've got to substantiate that. And I don't feel his video did that. But the other thing is, like, why does this fucking video exist? Like, basic, like, common sense practice all these years that I've been a creator has always been that if somebody gets doxed, don't respond to it, don't quote tweet it, don't reply to it, don't bring it any attention of any kind. You just quietly report that shit. If you got some friends you can trust with that information, send it to them. Hey, could you report this? It's my dox or whatever. But outside of that, like, you don't bring any attention to it. So I'm watching like WillyMac do this video where he's like literally bringing attention to the docs, and then like the people who are talking about it in their own content bringing attention to the docs. And I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Like, this is like, you do not do that. It's like content creator advice 101. You do not do this shit. Why is everybody doing this? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason I heard about it was because he made that video. Otherwise, I would have been none the wiser to any of that stuff going on.
Yeah, I've seen some of the comments about it and stuff, but like, I don't know. I didn't think it was going to escalate to this. I definitely didn't have Augie versus WillyMac on my 2025 bingo card. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he went in hard too. It wasn't even just like I slightly disagree with Augie. It's like he was very angry towards Augie, which is insane to me.
He verbally bitch slapped him in that video.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even like fully agree with some of the points that Augie was making that he like took issue with. Like on one point, like Augie made it seem like, Willy responding to someone, hey, you should delete this. Doxing's not cool. And like Augie sort of like equated it to the same level of like, people who were retweeting Willy's docs. It's like, I don't think that's on the same level. I still think that Willy was really stupid to do it because when you reply to a tweet like that it's somebody's docs, then it shows up in people's feed because you replied to it. So you're kind of like bringing more attention to it. So I don't think Willy should have done that. But at the same time, calling doxing bad to somebody maliciously like retweeting a dox, like it's not on the same level. But yeah, I don't know. There's just I have a very nuanced take to the whole thing. But I think I have criticism for pretty much everybody involved.
Ripley in the chat was saying Augie is still around. Is Bowblax still around? So Augie, I think, came back recently. Like he'd been gone for a while. He's recently come back. Bowblax went away because he was that when it was exposed that he was Manchi. He's been gone. Since then,
Right? What do they call that? 111. Because it happened on January 11th.
Oh, did it? Is that how long it's been?
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember that because I was just like, oh my. Well, the funny thing is, right, I remember when like I was getting shat on by everybody for the past couple of years or whatever before the Bowblax stuff happened. There were so many people that because the whole like narrative was that I was a creep or whatever, everybody was like begging for like, we want to see like the Tipster dick pic come out. And it's like, I didn't send any dick pics to anybody, so you're not going to see my dick or whatever.
I think we would have seen it by now.
And I remember like, exactly. But I haven't even sent a dick pic to my wife. Like, I'm not sending a dick pic to some like random e-girl. The fuck?
Please don't do that. I don't ever want to see it in a leak. All right? If you're not that you would, but if you're ever in a situation when you're about to do that, I want you to remember me. And remember that I'm going to see that, and don't do it.
Well, I mean, I'd have to find it before I could take a dick pic, but okay. No, but like, I remember like making some tweet that I kind of felt bad about, so I like quickly deleted it. But I tweeted something along the lines of, "Y'all got fucking Bowblax's dick pic before mine."
Wait, was there a Bowblax dick in it? No.
Yeah, there was a.
No.
I was very unfortunate to have seen the dick pic. I don't like to body shame, but like, I would not have the balls to post my dick on the internet if it looked like that.
Oh no, Tip. We don't shame Tips around here.
There was some drippage going on. It was very.
Why?
Oh my god. You gotta remember too, like, I'm someone who, like, obviously I eventually got like outed as queer, and I was like, yeah, I am. So I saw that and I was not impressed.
It didn't tickle the tip?
No, it did not at all. My tip became an innie.
Oh no. It was like, get me the fuck
So
out of here.
basically the sight of that briefly made me trans.
Made you post up.
Yeah, just for a bit.
Post-op.
It came back eventually, but like, yeah, just for a little bit.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I mean, look, I don't shame anybody for doing, sex work. I'm very pro sex work, but like, yeah, I would not have the balls to do an OnlyFans if that's what I was working with.
Was his... Sorry, is Bowblax still going by he?
I think Bowblax is still any all, so like any pronouns.
Just any. All right, so was his face in the pictures?
It wasn't his full face, but it was enough of his face that you could tell it was him. Like, you can kind of see the bottom of it, like his chin and his like beard and stuff.
I couldn't take those pictures now because it'd have Sonic tits in it. Did you see that?
Oh my god. No.
Surely it's literally pinned on my profile. I got a
let me see.
a tattoo that Mishi drew. It's Sonic the Hedgehog with giant breasts.
Oh, okay. That's something.
That's on my leg near my dick.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah.
So people would like instantly know it was you if
Yep.
you did something like that. You couldn't hide that.
Nope.
But yeah, so I take it you haven't seen any of the pictures then.
I've seen some of them, but I don't remember seeing a dick.
Did you see the one where he was tucking?
No.
Yeah, there's one where
I
he's
didn't go
tucking,
searching
so...
for them. These were just images that came across my desk unwillingly.
Exactly. Well, that was kind of my thing. As I was scrolling through Twitter, and I just kind of like randomly like saw them as people were like retweeting it and shit. But yeah, there's one where he's tucking, and so you just see bush.
I think I saw that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know that Bungie person, I forget their name, the one that got banned on YouTube. They actually put that picture in their fucking video. I'm surprised that picture didn't get them like banned or something. Well, but who knows? Maybe that was what got them banned. But yeah, that video was on YouTube for a while, and it had the tucking picture in it.
Ripley was asking Sonic Tits post or pre-Evo. It was 18 months ago. It was about a year before Evo. Yeah.
Who's Eva? Is that like your girlfriend or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
there's a lot of lore in there.
Oh, okay. It's like that, huh?
Goes all the way back to the beginning of, well, not the beginning of me being in Now Recording, which is now dead and buried.
Oh.
No, I didn't. Even
What happened with Now Recording? Because like,
it just faded away.
you got to remember, like, for the past like what was it, 2.5 years? Obviously, I wasn't really part of the community, and like I know a lot of people at the time, they were saying it was like cope, because like there would be people try to troll my chat, and they would come in and be like, "Did you see this video about you?" or "Did you see this or that?" It's like, I don't pay attention to the commentary community, but I like legitimately wasn't. So there were things that were happening while I was away that now that I'm kind of like not necessarily a part of the community anymore, but I engage with the community, I'm finding about things that happened and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, when did this happen? So when I was still around, Now Recording was a fairly popular podcast in the community. So the fact that it's like gone now is just like, what happened?
It just kind of faded. It just kind of like we couldn't line up schedules, and then some people just wanted a break. And yeah, I don't know if it'll come back, but I'm here if it does.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. You think it was just like one of those things where people just kind of grew out of it or whatever?
No, I think it just faded. There was no catalyst. But Eva is in the chat saying, "Who's Eva?" Oh my fucking god! Thanks, Tipster.
No problem.
Yeah.
So you don't think it just people just grew out of it? They just you guys just couldn't line up the times and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
we just couldn't line up the times, and then it just ended. And then when it ended, it was literally the second I became the most available I've ever been available, and that's when I was like, "Fuck."
Oh my god. Jeez. So when would you say it died? Like how long ago was that?
April this year.
April? Oh, okay. So it was earlier this year. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what are the other hosts? What do they do now? Nothing really, or
They're just doing their own thing. Core's streaming, not right now, but like he streams. He came in the beginning of my stream the other day and was like, "Oh, Mitch is streaming. I'm gonna go stream then. Come on, guys, let's go." I was like, "Fuck you, dude." And then he'll do shit like that. But then yesterday he gifted memberships on my channel, so it's like I can't be mad at you because you do that, but then you do nice things.
that's
What's
good.
this about?
That's good.
Tipster grapes Bowblax in new leaked DMs.
I think I haven't watched that video in particular, but wait, that was from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
The fuck is that?
yeah. Oh, you don't know?
Oh, I have no idea what that is.
Do you want to watch it?
I'm gonna have to watch that now. Can you link me that? Because I'm gonna have to watch that
We can
now.
watch it now.
Oh, okay, fuck it, let's go.
Okay, you need to understand that this is a battle of type. Tipster is somebody that nobody gives a about anymore. He's still
Comments?
I mean, it's true. Nobody does give a shit about me anymore. I don't think so, anyway. I'm
That's
kind of
but
irrelevant.
Isn't that a good way to go to live though? Just nobody like. Would you'd rather that than like people shitting on you?
Yeah, fair. You know, it's funny you say that because like when the Bowblax stuff happened and everybody was like, "Yo, Tipster W," there was a brief period there where I was thinking, you know, maybe now's the time to like leave the internet. I can leave on a bit of a high note.
Mr. Miss Madshi. Okay, a man that lied to all of his friends, me included. On top of that, posted his cock on the internet. They have had a long.
I'm so glad I didn't see that.
The cock was a real thing.
I didn't think it was.
It wasn't pretty.
I saw the tuck, but I never saw the cock. Thank God.
So Keemstar runs a show called Lolcow Live, if you'd never heard of it before, which garbage. Anyways, Keem won.
It really is garbage, that fucking show. It started off good. It was great when Tommy C was on it because it was an actual weekly show with a structure and whatnot. Now it's just daily. Who's quitting today? Who's leaving? Someone's getting fired. Someone's getting punished. It's like, okay, we don't believe you anymore.
From what I heard from people who watched it, because I'm friends with like a few people who watched it, or have been watching it rather, and most people seem to agree that like after Wings left, it kind of went downhill. Apparently,
Yeah. That was around the time I think I joined, because when I joined was when they replaced Wings of Redemption with Rastov. Because I thought I was going to be joining Rastov on Aussie, but no, he yanks Rastov off of Aussie, puts him on live, and then I was like, oh, so this whole chemistry thing we've been testing with Rastov is not happening. It was a weird play, but good on Rastov for making the bank.
Tipster and Bowblax don't like each other. There's a true hate here. Okay, true, genuine hate between these two. Tipster will pretend he doesn't hate him, but he does. Okay.
for the record, I fully hate him now.
Bowblax?
For the record, I fully hate Bowblax now.
So
what happened was like I've been kind of like everybody knows this story now, but like, you know, for the past like 2.5 years or whatever, nobody knew that the whole tipster backslash Bowblax thing, that it was actually the other way around. Like I said, everybody knows that now. But when Bowblax came out as non-binary, I actually reached out to them and I tried to show them a little bit of support on it. It's like, yeah, we had our differences or whatever, but like, you know, good for you. I hope things are well, that sort of thing. And we had like conversations here and there from time to time. And there were like times when they would apologize to me for the things they said about me or whatever. And it was just kind of like, we weren't friends, but we were cordial with each other there for a little bit. And then he would like fuck it up by like doing some stupid call out on Twitter. So then we'd have a little spat, but we'd sort of work it out behind the scenes. And then eventually, like after that happening so many times, like the last straw for me was he would apologize to me in private about like, oh, I'm sorry for the bully streams. I'm sorry I did all this like horrible shit to you or whatever. And then he goes on this like small streamer stream. I forget who it was, but there was like some small stream and they were like glazing him for the bully streams. And he's like, yeah, dude, those were like really good times or whatever. And it's like, so wait a minute. So do you apologize for those? And do you regret those? Like you told me in private, or do you still reminisce on them as if they're good times? Like, that's kind of like fucking fake and two-faced, dude. So that was like our last falling out was, I kind of called him out for that shit.
Just being Keemstar, tweeted out, Dear Tipster and Bowblax, I want to host a convo with you two about the beef. DM if interested, because Lolcow Live sucks.
And that didn't happen, did it?
No, I didn't accept that offer.
So it was you
obviously.
that didn't accept. Did Bowblax accept?
I know Bowblax had like joined the Lolcow server, so that had made me like kind of sus that he had accepted. But apparently, no, that was just Keemstar was inviting a bunch of creators to the server.
Oh, okay. Would you accept on a smaller stream?
No.
No.
I think Bowblax and I have talked enough at this point.
Boo. Boo.
Why were you trying to get
I was
that
trying to
clout?
set
Were
it
you
up,
trying to get that
but
content?
I knew it was a long shot, but I was trying to set that up. So that door's closed.
Yeah,
It's closed
Bowblax
forever.
and I have done Bowblax and I have done enough talking. I think I've given him enough generosity that he like burned. So that it is what it is.
Just like his car fund. Just burned to the ground.
Yeah, pretty much. I still have my car, by the way.
Is it a Tesla?
I don't have a Tesla, but I have it's a pretty nice car. Chrysler 300 Sport.
Is it electric?
It is not electric.
Oh.
But I love that car though. I like it, it's my car and I love it, and I still have it. I didn't have to sell it to pay rent.
I feel I don't have hate in my heart for Tipster anymore. He's still a fuck up. He's still a, but like I can't bring myself to A-log him, okay? Bowblax, however, Bowblax in particular is somebody that I feel like I can A-log for the rest of my life. I kind of gave up the Tipster shit, right? But like,
All right, you're safe. You can go do whatever you want now. He won't know. Do it.
So one thing I find funny right there is Chris is like, Tipster's still a fuck up, but he's like, I don't know what he's up to though, because I'm not A-logging him. It's like, how do you know I'm still a fuck up if you don't even know what the fuck I'm up to?
I think that's just asterisks in his opinion.
Yeah. They want me to still be this like cringe Lolcow guy, and it's just like, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I got therapy, I quit drinking, and now I'm not a fucking idiot anymore.
If that does happen though, you just got to own it. Just go, fuck yeah, like puff your chest out and be like, yeah, I'm a Lolcow. Fuck you. What are you going to do about it? And then they'll have nothing. They'll be like, I don't...
like
That's just my advice anyway.
Well, that's what happened with when the Goth Mommy DM leak thing happened. A lot of people try to like roast me for that shit. It's like, no, I embraced it. Like to this day, there's still Goth Mommy memes in my community. So that kind of like died out. Yeah, nobody really fucking cared about it anymore because it's like, oh well, he's playing into it, so that's not fun.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the quickest way to get it to slow down.
Tipster, since Bowblax has chosen to lie yet again below the entire last convo Bowblax that I had before I cut him off.
Oh, you leaked it. Oh, you did.
I'm looking at this now. Like as soon as he brought up the tweets, I was like, oh, okay, I know what this is about. But yeah, like because in his thumbnail, it looks like Discord screenshots. So I'm like, wait, what the fuck is this? You know? But no, I leaked this. Yeah, I know what this is now.
Tipster comes in with the right hook. You spent the majority of your career pandering to edgelords. Gay for Tipster to say because he did the exact same thing. Tipster did the same thing, so him trying to criticize Bowblax is gay. Many of which were anti-woke, far.
Do you have anything to say to that? What Chris just said?
I think that if you were to go back and watch like my old content, I think even then you can see that I wasn't really the type to like pander to like edgelords or anything like that. I've never been like one of those like who will throw around like the N-word or like slurs and shit like that just to be edgy. I think the only thing I really said that could be considered slightly edgelord is like the R slur. I would say that from time to time.
And what was that?
But I don't necessarily agree with that observation that I would pander to edgelords. I think that just becomes like a standard trope that people believe about anybody who does like drama content is that they pander to edgelords.
What's the R slur?
Retard.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
So-
personally don't think that it's that big of a deal, but I still try like not to use it as much anymore.
Sorry, I didn't think you were going to say it. That's why it just caught me off guard. I'm like, oh, I was just asking you what that was just to see what you'd say and try and dance around it. But okay.
Oh no, like
you actually said it. Props.
Yeah. I'll say it. It's just I try not to use it as much anymore.
Because I consider myself to be one, so I can just hand out those R slur cards left, right, and center, and,
You got the pass.
I give you the pass.
You see, you're like me with the F slur. You're like me with the F slur. I can say it. You can say the R slur.
Oh, I said the F slur once a couple of years ago when I self-identified for the day as gay. So I was like, yeah, I can say it now. I'm gay. And said it.
You know how many people think that like I came out as queer just so I can say the F slur? And it's like, I don't understand how people would think that because again, other than like retard, I didn't really use a lot of slurs or anything like that. Saying slurs was never my thing. Like, I don't think anybody could ever find a clip of me saying a slur because it just wasn't a thing that happened.
It's a pretty good.
So this notion that
move.
I would like, I mean, true, but this notion that I would come out as queer, just so I can say the F slur is just really silly. But yeah.
Comes in and shows Bowblax devaluing his sexuality, devaluing the Rainbow Passage stuff, which to be real was sketchy. I have no problem shitting on it like I did.
I still disagree with their observation that charity is sketchy. I remember watching, because this is one of the things that people brought to my attention when people started shitting on like Rainbow Passage. I don't know if you know the Rainbow Passage lore, do you?
No idea. No, I don't keep up to date with the LGBTQI plus lore. Sorry, LGBTQIA plus lore.
So I'll fill you in. Bowblax was doing one of his Tipster Bully streams, and so he was looking on my Twitter looking for something to turn into content. And he saw that I retweeted a charity called Rainbow Passage. Now, what Rainbow Passage does is it's a charity that rehomes trans and other LGBTQ people who are in dangerous living conditions. So it helps to like relocate them and rehome them. Right. So like if you have someone who let's say you have a person who recently came out as queer.
Yeah,
and
like
their
their family
partner
doesn't
is
like
abusive
it.
to them.
Yeah.
The family doesn't like it. Their partner doesn't like it, whatever. And so they're being abused because of the living situation they're in. So they'll help to, move them out of there and rehome them. So when I retweeted that, Bowblax and several other like small commentary people were looking into the charity and they said, well, it looks sus because their website looks jank. And it's like, well, they're a relatively new charity. So they're just getting off the ground. So it's a fresh new website. And then they're like basically feeding into like the groomer narrative of like, oh, well, what are they trying to like rehome kids and stuff like that? And if you actually look into the charity, the person that runs the charity has very openly stated, no, we don't deal with minors. They said they'd like to deal with minors if they could. And if they did, they would go through the proper channels of, dealing with like CPS and stuff like that, working with CPS to help those kids that are being abused. But they don't have the resources to do that now. So they don't do it. But it was just a bunch of like nonsense in terms of we think this charity is sketchy because of these things that we just kind of pulled out of our ass. The only valid thing they had against the charity was one of the volunteers that was working for the charity. He was saying some kind of fucked up shit on social media. Like they found posts on Blue Sky where he was questioning the legitimacy of some trans people's trans identity. And it's like, well, if you're running an LGBTQ charity, that's like, you don't do that. Like, that's a really bad look optically. So like, you probably shouldn't be volunteering for an LGBTQ charity and then going around questioning the legitimacy of people's trans identity. Like, that's not cool. So that's the only valid thing they had against this guy. They were also like kink shaming this dude and being like, if you're going to work for like a charity, you shouldn't be participating in these kinks. And it's like, what someone does in their private life doesn't like invalidate their ability to be a volunteer at a charity. Like, what the fuck? So I don't know.
So
I disagree with their observation that it was like a sus charity.
This is exactly why I stay the fuck out of politics, because this just sounds like a gigantic nightmare to deal with. Like, holy fuck. Gaming Witch has a question for Tipster. Random question, but I have a candle shop, and I'm planning to do commentary-themed candles, wax melts. Would you be mad if I did one based on you?
Why? So we're talking scented candles?
Yeah.
If so, like, I wouldn't mind if you didn't make it smell bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what would that smell like? What would the tip smell like?
If it's a tipster themed candle and it smells like rotten ass or some shit like that, then I might have a bit of a problem with it. But if it smells decent enough, like, hey, you know, I wouldn't mind.
That reminds me, I had the tipster poster, the one, the woman tipster. What was she called?
Oh yeah. I believe we called her Titster.
Titster,
so
that's
like
the one.
tipster,
Yeah, it had it on the hat. Yeah, I had that on my wall. It was in the background. I've moved house a couple of times since then. I don't know where it ended up. It's somewhere. Has to be somewhere.
It's funny, like, people would roast me for my merch because they thought it was cringe or whatever. But like, I sold a lot of that fucking merch.
I think I had it recently because I remember having to hide it for a job interview I was doing. Like, it was on the wall and I had to like take it down so that there wouldn't be this gigantic tipster with gigantic tits just behind my head.
That's so funny.
Gaming Witch said,
funny.
I don't know the scent yet, but I'm thinking a gel wax melt like the Jiggly Jiggly.
Nice. I dig it. Here's the thing. Here's what I'll say, Gaming Witch. You can do it all you want, but you got to send me one.
That seems fair.
You got to send me one. Yeah, fair. Totally fair.
Yeah, and Gaming Witch, I'm not asking for one, but I definitely want to know where to get one so I could buy one. I would definitely buy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously joking about like sending me one, but yeah, if you do one, let me know too, because I'd probably buy one too.
I promise you this though, Tipster, I will not fornicate with that scent in the room. Like, it wouldn't work. Sorry. I couldn't do it. What if it
smells good though? Like we don't know what she don't know what scent it's going to be. You know,
No.
like what if it's like a really good lovemaking scent? Like you don't know.
No, because it's already associated with you, and I can't have those wires crossed. Sorry, buddy.
See, I was kind of hoping for it. But,
I know you were. And when you were saying earlier that I was gay and it looked like you were coming onto me in the chat, I didn't know at the time that you're actually queer. I heard that and I thought it was people making fun of you. I didn't know that was a real thing. So now, I don't know what to think about those things you said earlier.
I was joking earlier.
I know you were. Unless.
If the predicted divorce ever happens, then maybe I'll hit you up.
I'm sorry. I don't
joking.
like dicks.
I'm joking.
I can't do dicks. I can't deal with dicks. I have fucked women that look like you, but they didn't have dicks.
That's okay. I don't want to think about the fact that there are women out there that look like me.
They didn't look like you. They didn't like look exact. I'm saying, like, body. That's about it. Tits.
Oh, like you mean they were fat asses?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Oh, okay, fair enough.
That's what I was known for on Now Recording. Was that I liked fat chicks, and I like did what we were talking about earlier, how you lean into that shit. I leant super hard into it. I was like, yeah, I like fat chicks. But then I had to stop that when I started dating Eva, because then it's like people think that she's fat. She's not. I'm like, so I had to stop. So then when the fat jokes come now, if they do, I don't know what to do because I can't lean into that now without also hurting her in the crossfire.
A bit insulting to have you say I intentionally pander. You do pander for views. You're a fucking pussy. All right, hold on. Happy anniversary. Oh, happy anniversary. I'm getting kicked out of the house, Bowblax. Holy shit. Happy anniversary, Bobby.
I didn't realize the day that I tweeted that was exactly a year since the Bowblax crash out. That's fucking funny.
Which crash out though? Because there's been a couple. Are you talking about the one where he screams, "Let me speak"? Because I thought that was way before that. Like I thought that was years ago, not 1 year ago.
So Bowblax's recent downfall started with what he's showing right here. The whole like Bowblax tweeting non-binary people are badass and valid. And then like Tom's kind of fucking with him. The whole infamous like praise Skibbity or perish meme that happened on July 21st or whatever of 2024. And apparently the day I tweeted the DMs was exactly 1 year later. That's funny.
It's weird how things work out like that. Well, there was a probability of 1 in 365.25. I did the math.
Fair.
but that's still pretty large odds.
Is this about pirate software? No, unfortunately, where you're dealing with two slap fighting each other. All right, let's read.
Did he just bleep the word retard?
I think he did, yeah.
Oh, well, you can say that now. You're allowed to say it now. You don't have to bleep it.
Wait, you're telling me that the progressive in your call right now said retard earlier, but like he's got to bleep it on his like video? Like,
well, he's got to get the monetization, which is fair. I mean, I can't bag him for that. I like Chris, for the record. If you're watching this channel and you've got no idea who I am or you've never watched before, I do like Chris because he's Italian, and that gets me halfway there with anybody.
Read this.
Yo, speaking about Chris real quick. So I want to say it was like sometime late last year. This is around the time all the Bowblax stuff was happening and I first kind of started, I guess you could say, coming around again. He told me he was going to mail me some of the Lolcow cards because I asked him, how can I get my hands on one of those Lolcow cards that I'm on? And he said he was going to mail them to me and they never arrived. What the fuck happened?
Maybe he didn't send it.
Maybe. I never cared enough to ask him again. Maybe I should though.
Because are you talking about the Lolcow trading card, like the LC trading card?
They have me. They have a couple of me. I don't know the other one, but I know one of them. They have me looking like Jabba the Hutt, and it's like the Leia person is Keffals.
Oh, the Princess Leia. Sorry, when you said Leia, I pictured
the
Leia
slave
something.
Leia. Yeah.
Princess Leia. Yeah. Have you spoken to Keffals recently? You still?
No. We still talk. We still talk pretty regularly.
Now, while we're on the topic of no, I don't want that clip.
No. What?
No. I've said it elsewhere. Go find it. I'm not.
Well, I'm so confused now. You got to say it.
I love Eva very much. I just have to preface this. This is just a thought I had well before her and I got together. But I've always wondered what it's like to smash a designer pussy.
Oh my god.
It'd be perfect. It's like custom designed. It's like it'd have to be. Like if you got one and it just wasn't good, you'd be like, "Fuck you, doc. Go fix that shit." You'd like cash in your warranty.
Oh my god, that's so fun. Yeah, I've never had the experience, so I can't say.
The only thing I've lied about was me being Manchi that one time. You know what's really funny is that Bowblax is now trying to say it might have been like he tried to insinuate that people.
Yeah, didn't Bowblax when Manchi thing was coming out? Didn't he say like I'm not Manchi, it's not me, when it was very clearly him?
Yeah, he tried to lie and say it wasn't him, and it's just like, bro, we can literally see like your face, like it's you.
Yeah. Like when that happened, I was like, I would not have predicted that. That wasn't on my bingo card. Bowblax.
It's crazy too, because like sometimes when like trans people will do like sex work, they'll kind of lean into some of the transphobia, because there's a lot of like people who are like openly transphobic that they'll watch trans porn. It's like they're closeted sort of
like
thing.
Alex Jones.
They're like into. Yeah, exactly. Perfect example. so that's like a common thing. So you'll see some trans sex workers, they'll play into some of it. Like they'll use some of the slurs to describe themselves. But like Bowblax like went all in. Bowblax literally called themselves Mr. Miss Manshi. Like what the fuck, man? Like there's certain terms that like, like some, trans sex workers will call themselves the T slur or like, subtle little things like that. But Bowblax was like fully on board with like, yeah, let's reel in those transphobes. Let's go.
Gaming Wish says, wait, what? Alex watched Transport? Yeah, Alex Jones, it was years ago now. Live on the air was like scrolling through not tabs, but like the app windows, and he caught a glimpse of a trans porn tab open, and he was like, oh, that was just for research. Oh, brother. Now I'm turning into Hulk Hogan. I don't watch trans porn. And it's like, dude, you very clearly did. Like,
yeah. It is really funny.
There's no shame.
There's a lot of, jokes in like lefty spaces where like, Blair White and Alex Jones, they hang out a lot together. And so there's a lot of like insinuations that they're like, they kind of got a thing going on together. If you kind of like, if you're picking up what I'm laying down. So, yeah.
It's not. It's on OnlyFans.
You know what? I fucking agree.
I don't
You know
agree.
why I fucking agree? Because your bitch ass sent that to me.
I didn't know the cock was in it. I never saw his cock. I'm so happy.
Yes, you fucking did.
Oh,
never saw
yeah.
it.
Chris and I are in the No Bowblax Cock Gang. Whoop. I don't have a sound effect for that. Fuck.
I don't know how you could send it to someone so they could see it though without you yourself seeing it. Because he's saying,
Don't you dare
Leon
send
is
that to
saying
me.
He sent
Oh.
Leon. Well, no, what I'm saying is Leon
Oh.
is saying that Chris sent him the cock. And so like, how did Chris not see it if he sent it to Leon? That don't make no sense.
I thought you were threatening me. So you're going to send me the cock.
Oh, no. I look, I'm traumatized for life from that. I would not put anyone else through that.
Thank you. I've seen listen, I've seen enough dicks in my life, okay? I can't get too much into it without...
Let's just put it this way, bro. It made me so reverse horny that I haven't seen my dick since. I don't even know if it's still, for all I know, it doesn't exist down there.
You're like, I can't even look at you anymore.
Yeah.
Is that because Bowblax's dick shamed your dick? Or it just made you not horny?
No, it was so repulsive that it made it an innie.
You knew that shit was there.
I did not know the cock was in it. I was like, damn, what the fuck? Bowblax isn't addressed. That's fucking insane.
You amped up it by Bowblax nudes have hit the towers.
I didn't know his actual cock was in it.
What the fuck do you think nudes are
Sir, a second Bowblax cock has hit the tower.
for a man?
That's why they call it 111 because it happened on January 11th, but also it's a reference to 9/11.
And then the ones look like dicks.
When he does it. So no, I'm not interested in talking to him again. I'm done with him. He's a lost fucking cause. Tipster W. One last thing. I know you're in the Lolcow Discord. You talk all that shit about Keem, and the first thing you do to maintain some
That Discord is fucking insane. That Lolcow Discord is fucking insane. It's just constant. I remember when I was there, the other hosts, I'm pretty sure they said it publicly so I can say it, but they were like pressuring me. They're like, you've got to be in there from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. You got to be in there replying to shit. And because I pushed back on that, I was called lazy. And it hurt my brain because I was like, I consider it lazy to sit around on Discord. What the fuck is this topsy-turvy world? Shouldn't we be... What do you mean? Like, oh.
Yeah. I was in there briefly because, like I said, when Bowblax joined, like I later found out that Keem was just inviting a bunch of content creators. I guess if I had to guess, the idea was probably let's put a bunch of big content creators in here or noteworthy content creators in here to try and attract more people to like join. But I was one of the people that got like invited in that. And like I got spammed, like spammed with so much dumb shit that I left.
Yeah. Don't do Discord. Not even once. Just don't do it.
Does he have perms for being like a member? Does Bowblax pay the Lolcow Live channel? Why is Tipster there? No, Tipster's... I would assume Tipster's in there. Maybe it's someone else that got it. Bowblax, 3 mutual friends. Oh, nope, I was totally wrong. That is Tipster because he's friends with Keem, Xylee, and Burn the World. Okay, so it is Tipster. I don't know why Tipster's in there. I'm going to keep a buck with you. I don't know why that's happening. I don't know how you
actually
criticize...
wasn't from my account. That screenshot wasn't from my account. I got it from, I think it was Burn that gave it to me. Burn the World or whatever.
Oh, Burn the World, yeah.
I think they gave me that screenshot. I forget who gave me that screenshot, but somebody gave it to me that was in the server. At that time, I was not in the server.
Gaming Witch wanted to ask you, was I ever a goth mummy? Because Maggot Edit seems to think I was one when I never was one. I gave you money, but that was it.
No, like I was never like the whole goth mommy thing. Like, first of all, like I said, it wasn't really anything serious, but it was basically just a meme related to like women I was friends with, and you and I weren't close like that. Like, you were a chatter that I remember like seeing regularly in my chat, and you did donate to my stream, which was appreciated. But no, like we weren't close like that, so you wouldn't have been. Is she giving you a hard time for that? Because the funny thing is, like, at one time, Maggot Edits was a goth mommy. Like, she was a friend of mine, and she used to mod for me. Like, she was literally a goth mommy. So if she's like giving you a hard time for supposedly being one, like, she literally was one.
Yeah. I don't know if I should bring up who else she was a goth mummy for. Because I think that's buried and she hates it every time I bring it up. And her and I think we're on good terms. I like to keep it that way. I like to think that I have her under control.
Who else was it?
Go do some Googling. I don't know. It's out there.
Are you talking about Papa Gut?
No.
Besides Bowblax for being in there when you're in there, Tipster, but okay.
Hey guys, thank you for watching the clip. Thank you, Confusing Opinion, for doing the editing.
That threw me out. I was like, whoa, hang on. He's got a Tipster AI bot? I remember we had one of those on Now Recording.
I remember one time Nick said something when I was in his chat. He said that, like, he was talking about how, like, YouTube had made this new rule that if you use AI of people without their, like, consent or whatever, that they can, like, flag your shit. And so he's like, Tipster could have totally, like, fucked my channel, and I'm glad he didn't because of that rule or whatever. And then I typed in the chat, I was like, I'm on it. That's so funny, though.
Do you have any closing statements about that Bowblax DM leak?
Yeah, it's just dumb. Like, Bowblax just, I don't know how, like, we didn't see it sooner, but Bowblax was just a compulsive liar about, like, so many fucking things. And I don't know if it was just, at the time, we just gave him a pass because he was the autistic dude or whatever. I don't know what the reason was, but he got a pass on a lot of shit, and he lied about a lot of shit. So it's crazy that he's so much of a compulsive liar that he will lie to my face in those DMs when he knows I know what he's saying isn't true. It's crazy.
Thank you. I really appreciate you calling in for being in that long because of how early it is, especially in the morning over there.
No problem. Take it easy, man. Good to talk to you after so long.
All right. Thanks, Tippy.
All right. Take care.
Bye.